course.
Yes, it moves.
Absolutely juicy, chat.
All right, I think we're good to go then. If everybody's ready.
Yeah, I just did the opening part to the scene. However, I don't. Is it streaming? Yeah, here we go. As I told Drastin before, he didn't give me everything, so it's just a black screen. I'm missing files. I'm just gonna go straight to... Okay, I'll give the opener a few seconds and then jump over to main interface. You have to leave everything like maximized, so like I don't know how he doesn't have multiple screens.
I think he does.
Well, he has 2, but I'm like, you need like 3 or 4, just so you leave stuff maximized around and still have room to do things. Okay, I'm going to jump to the main interface now. Just trying to make sure I have everything showing that needs to be showing. See, I'm missing the main background photo for mine. So, sorry, those of you who are joining us, Drastin is off on a work trip. So we're going to be doing a one-shot that's run by your own Justinian. And I'm sorry about the interface having some missing stuff in it. Actually, that's why...
Where did the Tarrasque come from?
Where'd the what? There, a Trask or something. There's no Trask on mine.
Yeah, there was a Trask on the screen for just a split second. I was like, I didn't
Oh, that's probably the Death Day thingy. Is it like this image? I don't know what I had Shadowstar Chronicle stuff on it. Don't mind me. I'm just having fun as I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Anywho, I know we need to get... So the intro was that Drastin's gone. We're doing a one-shot with everybody. We do have Jeff's significant other on. That's Erica. We welcome her. Glad to actually get to meet her. We've heard so much about you.
Right, she's the one that leaves love notes in my dice tray for me.
Oh, right. We saw that in the mall.
Yep.
Well, you know, we're like are never apart for more than one day at a time. So like 4 days of him being gone, I was like, he's gonna need to pick me up. I can handle it. He gets emotional, so.
You're being called out right now.
I'm
But-
glad to be here though, guys. It's gonna be fun, I think.
I think we'll have a blast. You'll get to see these, me having another character with the G name because that's all I ever do. Because I don't do anything else.
Okay, I do a lot of J names.
I mean, just stick with it, right? It's a you thing now. Okay, you can take off whenever you want to, Justinian.
Excellent. So this is going to be set in.
So depending how you read my character's name, it's either Girmos or like Girmos. It's some weird name. It's random name generator, right? Basically, he is a bard who has several instruments on him. However, he is a tiefling. And he doesn't trust anybody. He's out to make deals that benefit him more than anyone else. But he's also not going to risk his life for anybody.
Spoiler.
I mean, that's for all
And,
deception.
Bishop, who are you going to be? What are you playing now?
I am playing as a warlock who has fallen into the hands of a genie, Jin, and is now parading around with a cat, as a cat. That's all I'm doing else right now.
And Erica, what character are you bringing?
So my character's name is Zephyr Deepwater. She is a Mark of the Storm half-elf, cleric barbarian multi-class. She has been sent on a bit of shore leave from her mother, who runs a fleet of ships, and is supposed to be learning some leadership skills a little bit resentfully. So we'll see how that goes for her.
All right, so you all received a mysterious invitation to come to Very Not Keep, and it was signed by Count Z, and it instructed you to meet them on a particular evening at the Chained Maiden. So, Girmos, you arrived to town first. Is there anything that you would like to do before your meeting?
So, based on what we were talking about earlier, I'm mostly trying to keep an eye, know the layout of the town enough where if I need to make a getaway, I can make a getaway.
Fair enough. Letty, as you arrive to town, your skills allow you to identify there are a lot more thieves' camp markings on the buildings around here. You being an investigator, you've kind of learned what thieves' camp is and how it signifies in both writing and speech. And there's a lot more buildings that are marked in this town than in previous towns that you've worked in before as an investigator.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular that you want to be looking out for?
Honestly, I think she's just gonna be walking around the area, trying to get a feel for what's actually going on here.
Okay.
all the
And
shady spots.
yeah, absolutely. So you very quickly discover as you walk past not only the Chained Maiden, which appears to be a church from the outside, but is very clearly marked as a tavern. You also notice that the local Thieves Guild and the local Assassins Guild are in the same square block. And their front doors look directly across the street at the Chained Maiden's front door.
Duly noted.
Zaz, as you arrive to town, is there anything in particular that you are on the lookout for?
Just looking at the local vendors and merchants and getting the lay of the town and the commerce.
Okay.
Then I'll eventually make my way to the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I would, noticing this, I would post up somewhere and just kind of like watch the type of clientele that are going in and out of these places for a
Excellent.
little bit.
So I would like both you and Zaz to roll me perception checks.
Gotta get my second monitor out. Womp womp.
Natural one, baby. Digital dice.
5.
Okay, so neither one of you notice anything at all.
Completely normal town.
Absolutely. And with that, Zaz, you feel a tap on the back of your shoulder, but not the human's, the cat's shoulder.
Then I'll jump straight up in the air. Excuse me. May I help you?
Yes. And you see standing in front of you is a very old looking human man just walking around with a walking stick, tattered old vestments of a bygone age. He does not look very well kempt, but you can tell that he is a cleric, and his hair is pulled back in a really greasy ponytail. His skin is actually remarkably clean, and so are his clothes. They're just they're tattered, and the clothes are tattered, and the hair's a little long and scraggly, but he's very clean. And he goes, "Are you a member of any of the guilds around here?"
Not as of yet. Should I be?
Well, one as remarkable as yourself may be interested in going across town to the local mage school and seeing if they have any work for you.
The mage school?
Yes.
Interesting. And what are they known for?
They're known for people that like to acquire magic at any cost.
At any cost. Interesting. And where may I find this mage guild?
Yes, it's just 6 blocks down that direction, then hang a right and another 2 blocks down. You can't miss it. It's black brick, very, very polished, beautiful school.
Black brick, 6 and 2. Understood. And the name
Of the mage school
of the mage school?
is Tartans.
Tartans?
Yes, Tartans.
Do I recognize that name at all?
You can roll a history check if you'd like.
All right. That's 16.
Yeah. So Tartan is a famous warlock, and she became famous because she gained so much power that she defeated her patron and took her patron's power for her own.
The Tartan.
And she is known to be undead.
Well, thank you for the information. But why are you pointing me to the maid school?
Well, I just saw the special connection between you and your familiar, and I, as something of a magic user myself, I try to point people in the right direction for where they need to go.
No problems with pointing me to a warlock school coming from you and your background?
Oh, unfortunately, this city hasn't had much for simple cleric in a long time. My church has been overtaken by the new religion of the day, and I just try to spread good word where I can.
And if I were to see you in an alley at another time or in the market, what would I call you?
My name is Marin.
Pleasure to meet you, Marin. And then I'll look up at the human, and the human will go out there and put his hand out.
All right. And he shakes it.
And hopefully we'll see you around. Thank you for the
I'm
advice.
sure we will. And so he starts walking off.
Well, I will take that information. And am I early, late? I mean, what's
You've still got about 2 or 3 hours until dusk falls. So
okay?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna hop up on Pax's shoulder, and then we'll start walking that way towards Tartan.
excellent. So Letty, you actually start seeing this exchange where this strange old human man just walks up, taps this person on the shoulder, engages them in a conversation.
Hat.
And then you see the old man kind of briskly, for the fact that he's got a walking stick, walks straight in towards the Chained Maiden, and he walks in. And give me another perception check.
14.
Okay, so you see he pulls out a letter, but then he also pulls out a coin. And they take a look at the coin and hand him back the coin. They don't even bother to take a look at the letter, and they let him in. And as you see this interaction happen, you do notice that it looks like a bugbear and a gnoll and a goblin walk in right after this human.
Interesting. All right. I'll check the envelope again to see if I got a coin. Maybe I missed something.
Okay, yeah, you do, and the only coins that you got were the 10 gold pieces that came with the letter to pay for your travels.
Okay. I will stay where I'm at. Actually, I'll kind of like mingle, like I'll go around like I'm looking at stuff, but I'm still going to keep my eye
absolutely
on the three buildings.
So it's a market set up street.
Yeah.
Around all of the shops or buildings, there's also loose vendors. And Zephyr, you arrive on your mother's ship, and you are greeted at the docks by 2 elven men.
Okay.
And they say, Arik Stormhold's expecting you right this way.
I suppose I will follow them.
All right. And go ahead.
Oh, what do I know about this guy?
Yeah, so roll me a history check real quick.
Okay. Oh, nat 20?
Nice. Okay, so you have already met him once before, right before your mother took you to the Stormlord's monastery to begin your initial training. He is a friend of the fleet, and he is the pirate king of this particular dock.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of little stagger and walk.
All right, so as the two of them approach with you, they don't try to disarm you. They don't try to check you for extra weapons, anything like that. It's very much like a pirate honor code that you're walking in and talking to him. When they open the door, and he is sitting at a large table, and it is just covered in coins and jewels. And he's got two people, two small gnomes that are kind of sifting through and organizing all of this into different cash boxes. Ah, Zephyr! Come on in, sit down.
How can I help you today?
Well, your mother sent a letter saying that you were invited here to our fair city. And so she asked me to look after her, starry-eyed little girl.
Hmm. Yeah, does sound like her. Although, I am supposed to be doing this on my own as much as I can. Um, is there anything that you were needing my assistance with, or just wanted to check in?
Well, your mother wasn't very forthcoming with what you were going to be doing. She just asked me to welcome you to the town, and I wanted to check in and make sure that you were going to abide not only by, the code while you were here, but also see if there was any information that I could give you and you could give me to help facilitate your stay here being more enjoyable.
Well, I received this invitation, and it was unexpected, I would say, mostly. Um, and I don't know if there's any sort of information that you might have about this area that I'm not really familiar with this area. I haven't been here in a long time, as you know. Um, so if you could kind of give me a little bit of the goings on of recent, I'm happy to pass on how helpful you've been to my mother when I see her next.
Well, excellent. May I please see the letter?
Yes, I'll hand it over to him.
All right. So he lays it out in front of him, puts on his spectacles, and starts reading over it. And he said, "Well," he goes, "there is no Count Z. That is a name that any high-ranking member of the Chained Maiden will use to draw people in. Uh, and when you get there, there's two ways of entry for you. You can present your guild symbol for being a pirate in good standing with us, or you can present the letter, or you can present both. Typically, the only way to get in to the Chain Maiden, no matter which location you go to, is to have either the right guild symbol to get in, or an invitation from a member of the Chained Maiden.
That's very interesting. I appreciate that bit of intel. How confident am I that he's like telling the truth about this Count Z person?
Like I said, the Count Z is a moniker that's used by high-ranking officials. Uh, but if they are offering you an opportunity to work for them, they pay extremely well. And I'm not quite sure what their operating procedure is. All I know is anybody that's ever survived working a task for them has reaped the rewards and the benefits of membership.
So generally, if they're hiring out for a mission, the understanding is it's far more dangerous for, and they're not willing to risk their own members.
Oh no, this is an invitation to become a member. This is not how do I put this? So they use their own members. They recruit based off of talent, and they don't like using traditional guilds to do their work because traditional guilds are typically tied to a crown or an ideology that may not agree with the Chain Maiden's goals.
Understood. I- I feel that I've gotten the information that I need. Um, Anything I should be on the lookout for while I'm here in town?
Yes, there is a rival pirate group here that has asked for my permission to land in our docks named the Red Rags. And I have a sneaking suspicion that they have something to do with the church of the undead that has recently popped up and cropped out all of the original churches that were in town over the last 10 years.
AFK for a sec.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I'm grateful for your assistance, and if there's anything that I can do for you while I'm here, um, reach out to me, please. And I will be sure to pass on what I learned to my mother, any relevant information. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I
It was
do
a
believe
pleasure
it,
to see you again.
and the same to you. And I do believe it is time for me to be heading that direction. So I'd like to go ahead and scoot on over to the Chain Maiden then.
Okay. Girmos, back to you. Uh, you are inspecting the town, and your intelligence seemed to be really on point. Like, there's an interesting air duct system that runs from inside the cliffs in the bay through underground and up through each of the buildings. It's like an air conditioning system using the natural flow of the ocean air.
Yes, it always pays to have your people owing you a favor or two to find out how things go. But after I get done surveying the town, I'll head to the Chain Maiden, and that's the place I need to go.
Okay. And Zaz, were you going to head over to Tartan's?
Yes, I was.
Okay. So you arrive, and Tartan's smells like death. And it is the only thing on that end of the block, like, you can see where houses have been like torn down and the area around this mage school has just completely just been overtaken.
Interesting. Well, Master Bay, 2 more blocks to go.
So you see it and you're like, nope, gonna turn back around.
No, I'll keep pushing forward. So this is
Okay.
the building, then, correct?
Yes. So you walk up to it and like the shine on the black stonework almost makes it look like obsidian. And you can see that there are skeletons and zombies walking around doing all manner of butlery, maid service.
Well, as is customary, I will go up to a butler and I will tap it on its bony shoulder. I'm looking for the patron here. Who owns the place?
Yeah. And he takes you in, and when you walk in, you immediately identify there's probably close to a dozen mages just in this main entry room at various stages of walking in and out of what appear to be either classrooms or libraries.
Are they in a circle? Are they just at tables individually?
Like I said, this is like the main entrance way. Like,
okay,
people are just kind of coming and going.
Oh, they're just okay.
Yep.
All right. So does the butler just leave me there?
Oh no, he's continuing to walk you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow him then.
And as you do pass the first door on your right, it does appear to be some sort of like instruction. It sounds a little too wizardly for you.
Yeah.
Then as you walk down the hallway, you kind of hear like wincing and pain, and you look over into this next room, and it looks like a surgery room, and it looks like they are implanting dragon scales into people's arms.
Hello there. I mean, they have a cream for that. I'm just passing through.
And you just see this like huge black dragonborn head just pop out around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Keep walking.
Understood. Pleasure to meet you.
And as you make your way down this corridor, the last thing that you see is these big double doors. And as the zombie that you're following leads you about 10 feet in front of it, 2 more skeleton and zombies open these doors, and you walk in, and there are 3 people sitting at a large round table facing the door.
Is it
hello.
Morning, evening, afternoon?
It's the afternoon so far.
Afternoon.
Getting close to dusk time. You've probably got about another hour and a half left before.
Good afternoon.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Well, this establishment has been brought to my attention. The real question is, how can I help you?
So is the cat talking or is it the person talking?
This is the cat talking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the cat talking. Yep.
So if you like, for the people that are looking at like, the cat is talking and making hand gestures, and then like there's like a little bit of a delay, but then the human is attempting to do it as well. Okay. So it's almost like in almost synchronous, but like a little bit of a delay. So
like Twitch.
So have
any
you
old
come
Japanese
to
movie.
discover your magical potential?
If that's what we're in the business of doing, then as long as it's okay with my patron, it's okay with me.
Ah, you already have a patron.
I do.
Interesting.
Yes. Have you heard of my patron, Kerbermosh?
Ah, a very powerful djinn.
Ah,
Excellent. Yes, we have another one of his followers here.
excellent.
His deals never quite start off the way you expect they will.
But in the end, they work out just fine. And then I'll
Oh,
look up at at Pax the human, the human, and I can't complain.
yes. Gorder there actually made a deal of his own to never be recognized again. And she points over, and Gorder is missing the this much of his face, just completely ripped off. It's just muscle and bone, exposed bone.
And Gorder, and so how do you feel about your pact?
It is undreamed of power.
Excellent. I have chosen well, and it seems you have as well. Excellent. Well, we have negated the question. How can I help you?
Oh, I don't really know. You see, we typically don't just accept students that have already made deals or acquired the magic on their own. However, if you could offer us some information on what made you decide to come to town.
I got to pull up that note. Was there? I don't. Is that in the campaign description?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to go. I because I don't want to ask the question that I should already know. There it
Oh
is.
no, you're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Was it? Please meet me in the. Okay. Yes. Well, I'm actually here to meet with somebody at Berry Knot Keep.
Oh,
Goes by the name of Count Z.
and you see just a spark, and then very quickly the woman gets a cool face about her again. She goes, "Interesting, Count Z. And where
Yes.
would you be meeting them at?"
Oh, just over at the Chained Maiden.
Ah, what a fine establishment. And this Count Z is a friend of yours?
No, no friend of mine. I received an anonymous letter, and I said, "Well, I'm passing through Berry Knot Keep anyway. Might as well stop in and see what they have to offer, or what I can offer them."
Ah, so you are ever the opportunist. Excellent. And she gets up and she walks over and she goes, "Here, maybe this will help you." And she hands you a small stone.
Well, I'll look up at my at Pax, and he'll hold out his hand. And
Okay.
what's in the small stone? He'll hold it
It,
down for me to see it.
yeah, it appears to be a sending stone.
And who would I be communicating with then?
Well, me, of course. And she pulls out the other one.
Oh, excellent. So when I'm using the sending stone, will I just come in as like, "Hello, person who does not have a name. I am here to communicate with you." Or we could break the ice right now and you could tell me your name and I'll tell you mine. "Hi, I'm Zazim." And then and then Pax will hold out his hand.
I'm Merce, and she holds it for you to kiss it.
And Maris will come down and kiss the hand. Is that like what? Merris? Something
Yes.
like that? All right, cool.
Yep. And this is Tartan, our patron, and you've met Gorder.
Ah,
And
Tartan, yes.
if you find out anything useful to yourself and share it with us, and we find it of use, we may be able to expound on your powers a little bit.
As long as it's within the parameters of caribou mouche.
Oh, absolutely. We would never do something to disrupt a patron.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. He's done me a solid, and I want to make sure that I am on the up and up with my patron. And you're awfully quiet over there, Miss Tartans. It's. I have heard of the great works that you have done. I mean, look at where we're at right now.
And as you address her, you see her reach over and she grabs a small box sitting in front of her. She opens it up and she pulls out what looks like a decayed tongue. Yes, I find it's best to remain silent until I have something to add to the conversation.
Well, I can certainly understand that. That's quite a bit of work in order to respond with just trivial conversation. Thank you for being for doing that for me. It was a pleasure to hear that melodious voice. Now, if you don't mind, I will be taking my leave, and because I am running about to run late for this meeting.
Okay, well, thank you for coming and checking out our establishment.
Mhm.
Also, the Church of the Undying is a extension of the school, so if you need anything, the church will be at your service as well. And thank you for the information that you've given us today.
Anytime, happy to help, and happy to meet all of you. For you, Gorder, Maris, and Miss Tartans, it was a pleasure. I will bow, and then I will start making my way out.
All right. So, Guillermos, you arrive to the Chained Maiden first.
I'll take a seat in a corner so I can watch people as they're around the establishment and as they come in.
So, as you come up to the door, there is a Asmar and a Tiefling standing there as like doormen, essentially, and they kind of stop you.
Is not anyone allowed to be in here? I was summoned to come to this town.
Do you have a guild seal or an invitation?
I got this message from someone named Count Z right here, and I'll pull it out for him.
Oh, excellent. Will you please show him to his table? And the tiefling walks you in. You can see walking in now. I don't know if you want to go ahead and pull it up on the screen for everybody to see.
Yep, I'll switch over that. And within a minute, everyone else should see it now.
Right.
Do you want me to zoom in a little more on the table I'm at?
No, that's fine. You can just kind of pull it back for the whole view.
Okay.
So as you walk in, the building is twice as big on the inside as what it appeared to be on the outside.
Is that a reference to?
not quite, but it is magical nonetheless. There are tables set up everywhere. It's kind of overwhelming to you because you are seeing a lot of humanoid races that aren't typically found in big cities. There's a lot of goblins, bugbears, gnolls. There appear to be Denfires, various stages of undead walking around, Asimars, tieflings. Like, this is a very, very big group compared to what the rest of the town looks like, being predominantly elven and human.
Looks like I might have many chances to make some deals while I'm here. And then I'll follow the tiefling to the table.
Yep. And sitting there is a old human male with a walking stick leaned up against his chair. And he says, have a seat. I'm
Mirren?
Mirren.
Well, Mirren, I assume you're the one who summoned me here.
Oh no, I have a letter.
Thought the guy who summoned us here would have met us here, not had to wait for him.
Oh, well, from my understanding, because I've been around a couple of the Chained Maidens, when you get the invitation, you're usually waiting on the employer.
Well, you better not keep me waiting long, or else I might leave.
Fair enough. Letty, you arrive to the door.
I've not thought of any of those, so it's a good thing that I have one of these. Let's look at the letter.
Ah, yes. Can you lead her to her table? And the second Asimar escorts you in and drops you off with Mirren and Girmos. You guys have your introduction together, and Zephyr, you are the next to arrive. And when
Zazim?
you get to the door, there is an Asimar and a Tiefling.
Zazim?
No, Zephyr,
Oh.
Erica's character.
That's me. Um, so I am going to go ahead and pull out my invitation.
Okay.
Going to leave my guild marker kind of hidden because obviously they know enough about me to be sending me the invitation, but
Yes, it literally
I
arrived
don't want to.
via pigeon to
I
it.
don't.
Yep.
I don't want to give more than what they know. So just gonna walk up and hand over my invitation and say that I'm expecting to be seen
Okay.
by
And
someone.
yep, the Tiefling walks you right in, sits you down with everybody else. And Zaz, can you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
But of course, not patron. Perception. Be 12.
Okay. All right, you arrive to the door, and two Asimar are standing there in front of you. And they ask for either a guild symbol or an invitation.
Wow. And then I'll, from the outside coming in, I'll look at the inside of it and I'll look at the outside of it. It's like, did you handle this type of magic? That is quite impressive.
Oh no, the counts handle all the magic. We just make sure that nothing gets too rowdy in here.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I see that some of my party is over there, is over those patrons. I'll start walking over there.
All right. And I need everybody else besides Zaz to roll me a perception check as he walks in.
15.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Well,
The two 15s, you notice that Zaz walks in and joins your table, that the two tables closest to the door on the north and the south side fill up almost immediately with people.
Like suspiciously quick, or just people are lined up outside?
No, like they came in as a group of 8 and then split into two groups of 4.
that's not suspicious or anything. I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
So as you guys have been meeting each other and introducing yourselves to each other, drink and food has been offered to you free of charge.
I want, before I take anything,
Yes.
I want to smell to see if I smell anything that might have anything to do with what I do.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
What is this? I'm not getting over a fucking 5.
I hate digital dice.
Right,
It's
digital
the
dice are
worst.
the worst.
So bad. Okay. Can I get advantage on that since I do this for a living?
Yeah, sure.
Look at that. Another under 10. All right.
So as you are doing your sniff test and your investigation, the old man sitting there with you kind of picks up what you're trying to do, and he leans over to you and he goes, I don't think they would invite us here just to kill us. Like, from my understanding from my friends that have gotten in here, once you get invited, you're protected.
I don't have that kind of trust in anyone.
Fair enough. And so he reaches down and he grabs his big hunk of meat and just starts tearing into it with his teeth. You'll have to excuse me. Manners went out the way a long time ago when the coffers dried up for the House of the Living. It's the best meal I've probably had in the last 5 years.
That's all right.
Watching him like dig into the food, maybe not so appetized, but I will take a drink.
Okay.
No worries. I've seen worse.
The House of the Living, you say? Do tell.
Yes. Well, I believe that all life is sacred and should be protected at all costs. And we used to do a great much healing work in the temple, and then about 10 years ago, Tartan and her group of necromancers and death cultists moved in and started swaying the politicians to give them more space and more opportunity, and eventually they gave away my church.
Is this Marin?
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to say, these are the two I saw talking in the alleyway.
Yes, Zaz and Mirren are the two you saw talking in the alleyway.
Well, that is an interesting story you tell that. But so are you? You don't have any problem with Tartan then?
Life goes in cycles, and eventually the undeath will lose its popularity with the politicians and the locals, and some other church will come in and take its place.
So you just kind of go wherever the wind blows. I like your style.
Well, thank you. I like your style too. You don't seem quite as as the rest of the warlocks and wizards around here.
So, so Zaz will get up, stand on his hind legs, and go roar. It's like see, it's not as intimidating when it comes from me. I'm too cute, which really helps me seal the deal. Now, I'm, one good thing about the land of the living and the living church is the food and the need for food, and you are just taking all that food in, and that is making me hungry. Now, I see that you haven't keeled over yet, so it's okay for me to eat. So we're gonna dig in too. So thank you for being one to come in and take that one for the team.
I will look at the other two. I'm not the only one seeing a talking cat, right?
No,
Nope.
you're not.
I'm sorry.
You know,
It's also
I've seen a
unusual
lot of
for me.
places. I've seen a lot of things. I try not to question it too hard.
I just look at the blank stared human sitting next to the cat.
Ah, well, this is Pax, and I am Zazim, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
So you guys have been conversating for about 15, 20 minutes now, and dusk has fully set in, and now there are entertainers coming out, exotic dancers, musicians. One takes the main stage all the way to the west wall, one takes the stage to the north wall, and these exotic dancers, both male and female, all sorts of different races and sub races, will walk over and offer to dance in the middle of the table for you for 1 gold.
Oh
And so the
my.
first one to approach you guys is a male half orc.
I think that's a hard pass by everybody except the cat.
Fair enough.
I'm really okay. I'm really okay with this. It's not necessary. I've seen a lot of people dancing, and you're quite the stunning individual. But I just got done eating, and I don't. I'd really just like to let the food settle. But thank you for the offer.
It's fine, no problem. And he just like walks on to the next table. So the the drinks are really starting to flow, the food's starting to really flow, and everything in here, you can tell that your table's the only table that's not paying for anything and hasn't been asked to pay as they go for anything. The only thing that you have been offered to pay for is a entertainer, and after politely refusing as they walk by, you're left alone. So, oh,
So it seems like the most part, like we're VIPs here, but we're still waiting on whoever Count Z is to show up.
Oh dear, there's no Count Z.
I mean, there's no Count Z.
No,
I've
there's not.
done some research before I came. It's something that they use to hide some certain identities.
I can respect that.
But
I
you're
know.
right. We've been here a while and still no business.
Show of power. Have us sit and wait a while. It's not unheard of. They're
and
showing us a good time, or trying to at least.
and as you guys finish your individual meals, for those of you that ordered food, and you get down your first round of drinks, one of the dancers walks over to the table. It is a Yanti woman, and she just grabs a chair and sits down, and she says, welcome, my friends. Zillia's my name. And she holds out her hand to each one of you individually, starting with Zephyr.
Zephyr.
And she just goes around introducing herself. She goes, so I am Count Z in this particular instance. I run this branch of the Chained Maiden. And you all have been selected to be possible entrants into the Chained Maiden. Do this one job, and the gold that you were promised is yours. But if you choose, you can become an agent of the Chained Maiden, and you can call on us, and we can call on you as need be. Has everyone enjoyed their food and drink so far?
You've been most welcoming.
I, for one, have thoroughly enjoyed it, and it is a pleasure to meet you, not Count Z.
I'm sorry, but that is just something that we all have to do with outsiders the first time meeting. We wouldn't want any of you giving away any information about what it is we truly do at these locations.
Oh, discretion. Well, that's unfortunate. I was just talking with a fellow Mages Guild about an hour and a half ago, and they were asking what I was doing here. It seems that I may have overstepped.
Oh, well, I guess that'll be a matter that we'll have to take care of another day.
Oh, okay. As long as you're okay with it. I read through the letter again, and I didn't see anything about don't tell anybody that we're here. And I was asked by the Mages Guild over at Tartan's, what I was doing here, and I just told him I was meeting with a Count Z here at this establishment.
You just killed an entire mage school.
No mages, no problems.
Congratulations, it is now going to be Z's mage school.
Well, could you go into a little bit more detail about what the Chained Maiden is and why we would desire to be a part of it?
Yes. So the Chained Maiden was established over 500 years ago. It was established by a group of slaves who fought for their freedom and believed that the chaos of individuals was less threatening to the natural order of things than the corruption of governments. And so we start locations wherever we see a government starting to go into corruption, and we work at figuring out how to stop that corruption. Tartan's School and the Church of the Undying have sewn themselves completely into the political fabric of Barrynot Keep. So much so that they control the pirate trade routes, they control the Assassins Guild, the Thieves Guild, all under the illusion of law under the crown. Up until now, they've been but a petty nuisance, but recently they've somehow gained more power and more favor. And I have discovered that that power is being held inside of the old church. And so I would like you all to go and find a way to sneak into the church, find the source of this corrupt power, and either destroy it or contain it and bring it back here to me.
How did you find us? Specifically, us.
Well, I needed somebody who was good at getting into places and figuring out what was going on without being seen, which lent me to you. I was looking for a dark magic user who hadn't fallen under the spell of the Undying yet, which is what led me to Z here.
Was that me, Z? Or
yes,
was that Z?
Yep. Yes,
I mean,
your Z
me
and
Z.
then Zephyr. Yep,
Okay.
you Z.
All right.
Uzi, other one Zephyr.
Well, I appreciate that compliment. Thank you.
Then Gearmos has a talent for distracting people and putting them into altered states of consciousness in order to escape. And Zephyr is quite adept at using the righteous fury of the gods for her favor. And last, we have poor old Mirren. He isn't much of a fighter, but he is the best healer that I have available to me. Right now, there aren't very many members of the Chained Maiden in this area, and since you all were within 3 days' travel and had the set skills that I needed, I figured I would extend an invitation, make some gold, maybe find some treasure in the old church, and if we like each other afterwards, maybe I extend you an offer to be a permanent member of the Chained Maiden.
So you established yourself here after the government went corrupt. And now the mages are going further into corruption.
Yes. And now there is untold necromantic power coming from the church. And Mirren here believes that it is down in a subsection of the church underground. So as you guys are mulling this information over, she waves her hand around and a bartender walks over with one shot glass for everybody at the table. And she snaps her fingers and it sets the liquor aflame. And she raises it and she goes, "So, to a deal?"
Now, look up at Pax. To a deal.
For now, for a deal.
An agreement.
Does the word deal bother you?
It makes me wary, but
I assure you that we here at the Chain Maiden would never do something nefarious or against your will. We are here to serve the people above all.
happy to hear it.
Can I see if she's lying?
Absolutely. Insight. Anybody that wants to run an insight on her can.
18.
Okay.
23.
She is telling the truth. She truly believes in chaos of the people over corruption of the government. She would not do anything nefarious or would not mislead you.
I will see how this goes.
So does everybody take their shot with her?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
As you guys are doing this shot, Zephyr, go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage. And everybody else roll me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
18. Man, what's in this liquor, man? We are hyper aware.
18.
Okay. So you guys all notice that as you take these shots, those 8 original guys all start heading towards you and roll initiative.
5.
5.
18.
18.
And
15.
What was yours, Letty?
10.
All right. So, Zephyr, you are up first.
Okay. You said there's 8 of them?
Yes. And you are this character right here. So that's you.
So
Here, I'll
small.
zoom in a bit so we can.
Yeah. Absolutely. Zoom in for everybody. That's fine.
We'll do
Okay.
this for
So
now.
that's me. Okay. Oops, sorry. Giving everybody a really nice shot of my forehead there. Okay, so what do these guys look like?
They look like red bands. They look like the guys that you were warned about.
Oh, those fuckwads. Okay. Um. Shit. Um. Oh my God, you guys! Do you know how long it's been since I've played D&D?
No worries.
42 years.
Yeah,
It's been
84 years.
83 years.
That's what I always think of
Exactly.
every time.
I am the Titanic lady right now. Okay, I would like to rage.
Okay.
Come on, quit crying. Okay,
Took that
I'm
flaming
good.
shot like a champ.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, all right, and then I am gonna. Can you move me closer to the table?
Okay.
And I'm gonna whack him with my mace.
All right. Go ahead and whack away.
Oh, that
What?
was bull. That was an 8 to hit. Well, it was a 20 and then it rolled to
Ah,
2.
yes. Digital dice.
Digital
Ugh.
dice strike again. All right. So do you only have one attack right now?
I think so.
Yep.
Hold on. Bonus action. In combat. Yeah, I get 1. So I do absolutely nothing. I got real mad and that was all.
All right. That's your turn. Z, it is your turn.
Wait a minute.
Z?
Oh, I keep thinking you're talking to Zephyr and
Nope.
not me. Oh,
No.
okay.
You're
just
Z,
win.
that's Zephyr.
Okay. All right. So,
Just start calling him Oz again. He'll know who I'm talking about.
everyone's looking at me, waiting for me. I'm just over here, just farting around with spells. That's great. Now, one moment. We have 4 to the left at the other table, correct?
Yes, at the northern table.
Northern table.
Yes.
Can we zoom out a little bit so I can see?
You want to see this top one?
Yes, there we go. And how far are we away? They got up as well, I believe.
We are about about 50 feet away from the first one you get hit,
Okay.
and then 35 feet away from the other one. Here.
And they definitely mean harm, correct?
Oh yeah, they drew their weapons and got up from the table. Zephyr and you guys just noticed them, and you instantly realized oh shoot, I watched these guys kind of walk behind me all the way here from Tartan's.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna look to them as hey, gentlemen, we don't mean you any harm, but I'm gonna have to ask you to go look over there, and I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
All right. So that's 100. That's 120 feet away. So that's within range, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So are you going for the northern table?
The northern table, yeah.
Okay. And you need what kind of saving throw from them?
So it is a Wisdom saving throw, DC of 15.
Okay. And so what is the spell? What happens if they fail? Because two of them failed and two of them succeeded.
The creature on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated, has a speed of 0.
Okay.
Yep.
And they make the save on their turns, correct?
And it takes damage. Yes.
Okay.
Where does it say that anyway? Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a Wisdom saving throw. Yep.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
And then they repeat it at the end of each of their turns. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move just, we'll say diagonally away from both parties. So I think it's I can only move 3 squares.
Oh, you can move 6, 30 feet.
Yeah, well, diagonally it translates to 3.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. Just separating myself from the group and then getting out. Oh, the other way.
What do you mean the other way?
So north.
Oh, you wanted to go.
Oh, no, that's fine. I thought there was a wall there. Perfect.
Nope.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a space in between the bars.
Nice. All right.
In between the bar stands.
Thank you. End of turn.
All right. So okay. All right. A spectral dagger pops up right in front of you, Gear Mouse.
Okay.
All right. If Quentin was here, the spell would look very familiar to him.
Okay. I don't know if my character would know about cleric things.
You can roll an Arcana check if you want.
Okay. It's not one, man. Nothing about.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. All right. So the attack against you is a 12 to hit.
Hits.
Does it really? Wow. And it will hit you for 4 damage.
What type of damage? Not fire, right?
Force.
Okay.
Yep. And then the next attack. Mirren. So another dagger pops up and swipes at Mirren. And he takes damage. All right. So then this guy is going to swing at Zephyr. That is an 18 to hit. Zephyr.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you
She
are raging,
raged.
correct?
Yeah, I was gonna say at least
I
you
am
raged.
raging.
Yeah. Okay.
I am raging.
So that would be 7. So you would take 3 slashing damage.
Whoop.
One guy is going to try to run away from you to get past you. So he'll get right here before you
Ooh.
get your opportunity attack.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I was just gonna say. Where are my reactions at?
You just roll a normal attack.
Yeah, you just roll your normal mace attack.
Right. Oh. No. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay.
21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. And don't forget to add your 2 for your rage.
Cool. 6 damage.
All right.
Ain't much, but it's honest work. So she's just like absolutely crackling with some lightning right now. She's like with her super shiny mace.
I keep trying to move it on our shared screen instead of on Foundry. All right. And then the 2 saving throws for the rest of these jackwagons. And all right, they are still in La La Land. Letty, it is your turn.
Okay. So I am still sitting, and under the table, as a bonus action, I will release one of the poison vials down my rapier.
Okay.
And then I will step up to the table, on top of the table, and attack this first one by
Okay.
Guillermo.
Right there. You just walk right across the table and go ahead and swing.
$19
That will hit.
for a total of, let me do my poison damage. Oh, they need to make a DC 14 con save.
Okay. That'd be a 12, so they did not make it.
So 20 damage. I mean,
Okay.
poisoned. until the end of my next turn.
Right? So you just ram your rapier right through this guy's throat, and that would kill him. So
You all just saw a 70-year-old woman.
just annihilate. You're muted, Erica.
She's old?
What you see is an elderly woman, yes.
Oh my god. I didn't know she was a
Sorry, I didn't expect. Yeah, we didn't do a proper introduction at the table.
All right. So next up is Mirren. He's gonna walk over here. And you see his walking stick start glowing green, and he just like raises it back and cracks this guy right across the skull. And it is Zephyr's turn again.
All right. Well,
Did you forget about
this guy
Demos?
hit me.
Huh? Oh no!
Oh.
Did I skip you? I sure did. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's okay, you can't do much anyways.
No, you're good. Go ahead. It's your turn. My bad.
And Zazim. You forgot about Zazim.
Huh? You
Did
win.
you go?
You win hypnotic pattern.
Oh, I thought this is still round one. Oh,
Yeah.
Still
Yes.
round one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All of us
I'll be
low
quiet.
rollers here.
Yeah, I rolled like a 5 for that.
Yeah. The bad guys rolled the third highest.
What's the Yin Tea lady doing again? Is she just like the person who, not counting Z?
Oh, Zilla, yeah. So Zilla is standing back, and it looks like she's beginning to start an incantation of her own.
Okay. Okay. So I will move forward 1 and attack the guy right in front of, 2 squares right
Yep,
of
okay.
Lefty.
Yeah, you got it. So he does already look like he's been cracked in the skull pretty good
See if I
by
can
Mirren.
see if I can finish that quack.
Yep,
15.
that'll hit.
For a good old 2 points of damage.
All right, and
I didn't have that. That's it.
that's it. 2 points of damage.
Yeah, no, I don't have a bonus to it.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's
All
really
right.
tiny.
Now it is your turn, Zephyr. Sorry about that.
no, that's okay. So this guy hit me. I'm pretty pissed about it. I don't like rival pirate gangs getting up in my face. I am gonna try to smack him again. Does a 12 hit him?
A 12 does hit him.
Sweet. All right. That's 11
Oh, 11. Okay.
whacking damage.
All right. He still
So
looks pretty healthy.
she is like fucking rage screaming like she's a pissed off bitch right now.
All right.
She was
And
enjoying her drink.
Z, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm looking for clarification. I have to maintain eye contact with these guys, right?
No, you just have to maintain concentration on that spell, which means that you can't cast any other spell that has concentration on it. You can cast another spell that doesn't have concentration.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And so Count Z is still here?
Yes, Zilla is still there.
Zilla. Okay, that's right. That. All right.
Yep.
Zilla.
Yep, she
Great.
is. She is sitting at that table where you guys were, but she is now like conjuring her own stuff.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to target the one in front of Zephyr.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to hit it with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Okay, that.
Picture Pikachu.
The 23 to hit.
So the 23 will hit. Yep.
Okay, hey, that's a cool effect. The dragon effect is cool. All right, for 11 damage.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have that packed yet where I can cast 2 at the same time, and it makes me
It's
sad.
not a pact. It should just say count 2 next to it if you can do it twice.
I don't think I can do it twice. I looked for that ability and I couldn't find it. So we'll just do. Oh, it says count 2. It says count 2 right
count
there.
2. Yep. So you can make the attack roll again.
26 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay. And that is for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
So what this is going to look like, you're going to have one come from the cat, and you're going to have one that looks like it's coming from the human as well. Bang, bang.
I like it. So Zephyr, you smash this guy right across the face, and as you do, this bolt of purple energy just tanks off of your mace of disruption and sinks right into this guy's head, and then a second one comes in, and you look back, and the cat's going on its paw.
Yeah.
Energy swirling around it.
All right. Zilla, permission to cast fire inside of your establishment. All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right. So it is the bad guy's turn.
I'm currently being spammed in chat. Somebody's getting advantage.
Okay.
What is it?
Somebody's getting advantage.
It literally says like a random person. So we can roll a D5 or D. How many people here? There's 5.
4. There's 4 of you. So
we're not
roll a
gonna count
D4.
0?
You're
Okay.
1. Letty's 2. Z is 3. Zephyr's 4. Go ahead and roll a D4.
1.
Okay, so that's you.
Okay.
All right.
Likely story.
You can't mess with digital dice. Like there's just no. All right. So first bad guy is going to be on you, Zephyr.
Ain't that always the way?
He rolled an 11 to hit.
Oh, that's a nope.
All right.
That's a nope.
The second one, the weaker one, is going to attack you. The one that you stopped from running away. And he rolled an 18.
Wait,
That does hit.
still me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah. My AC is a 12. So
Okay.
yeah. 18 hit.
The other thing that got rolled was a chaos, which I think is a. Where's the chaos?
What does that do?
The dungeon master gets a natural 20 on their next save ability check or attack. And
Who does?
Sorry, all these were a little bit ago. I'm just getting caught up in chat.
So who's that going to?
You get a nat 20 on anything you want.
Oh, okay.
Whatever your next item is, I guess I should say.
Okay. So you, Zephyr, take 3 slashing damage. So next roll.
Drastin is trolling.
Why is he trolling?
Drastin
Like he couldn't even be bothered to show up.
Just him.
Right?
Get out of here.
So nobody gets. You don't get a nat 20 on anything.
So the nat 20 that I'm going to take is going to be on.
You don't actually get it because it was Drastin trolling.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, gosh, that makes it sad then. All right. So swinging on Girmos. And that is a 13 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And you will take damage.
Yeah. It's almost like I did that on one time.
And then both of those little magic knives, when you moved away, they just sink right into Mirren. That old man is not having a good day. And then wisdom saving throw.
Isn't he a cleric? He can heal himself.
He can heal himself. If he is indeed a cleric and he wasn't lying to you guys. All right.
That's what Snake Lady said. Was he was a healer, wasn't it?
Yes, that is what Snake Lady said. Yep. So Z, you notice that one of the two guys.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. One of the two guys is free of the spell, but the other one is still being held by it.
Talking about Zaz's spell?
Yeah,
Yep.
Zaz. Yep, Zaz's spell. And that is... Nope. You know what? We're going to... It helps if you actually move it in Foundry as opposed to trying to move it. Okay. It's right there. Yeah. There.
Are these two more baddies?
These are two more batteries. Yep.
Okay.
I purposely left all non-combatants off the map to make it easier.
Okay.
All right. So first one's going to attack on Letty. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 4. A whopping 4 damage.
Oh, you cheeky, cheeky boy.
Next one is a 11 to hit Gearmos.
Wait, you say 11?
Oh, no, 11.
That
yes.
does not hit.
Okay. That is the bad guy's turn. Letty, it is your turn.
Okay, so since this gentleman just hit me, I will be attacking and returning it. Does an 11 hit?
Does an 11 hit that guy? No, it does not.
Okay. Let's see what else I got here.
While he's looking at that, did Zilla already go?
No, Zilla has not cast her spell yet.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. And Gearmos, it is your turn.
AFK.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's everybody?
On the map.
Yeah, I gotta get back to the map.
Right now you have 3 different baddies surrounding you.
Cool. I think I got something for this. I'm gonna do Cloud of Daggers. Right on the guy directly in front of me. It won't do anything this turn, but when he starts his turn, along with the it's a 5-foot cube, so I was just on the 1. Sorry, reading the spell. If I'm reading it right, if I put it on not the guy right in front of me, it should hit him along with the 2 people on his left and right.
Okay.
Because it says You'll fill an air with spitting daggers and a cube 5 feet on each side.
Okay. That makes sense. So the ninja-looking guy directly in front of you, and it'll hit the 2 robed guys standing next to him.
Yeah, left and right. So it'll get the 3 of them on beginning of each of their turns. I just need to roll a 6d4 when you're ready for me.
Oh, 6d4?
Yeah.
Jesus, okay. All right, so that is your turn. And Mirren's going to try to look around. And he's going to... Zephyr, you can heal for 10 hit points.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And you feel Mirren's blue, like magic, just kind of wash over you. And he casts that spell on you, then attempts to whack this guy. That'll hit. 4. All right. All right, that is his turn. So Zephyr, you're up again.
Oh, okay. Well, this guy is still standing here in front of me. So, you know, hmm. Ah, always missing my features. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him again.
All right,
It's a 23 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. Cool. So that 10
It just
plus
DMing, so a 23 will hit.
13
13.
damage. Yeah. So I forgot about my Divine Fury. So
Yep.
while I'm raging, first creature I hit on each of my turns takes an additional 1d6 plus 1. So 3 of that was radiant. I don't know if it matters,
Okay.
but
No, not for these guys. Every damage you guys can do to them is damage for everybody in this room. But yes, got it. All right. Anything else you want to do, Zephyr?
yeah, I want to spit on him because he's a fucking scumbag.
All right.
And
Roll
that's it.
a dex.
She just
Oh, hold
dribbles on
on.
herself.
Right, that one.
Don't put that on me. We're talking just straight dexterity.
Yep.
Nat 20.
All right. He will only be able to make
Right
one
in his
attack
fucking
roll.
face.
Yep. He'll only be able to make one attack roll instead of 2 this turn against you.
Yes.
As you just like spit straight into his eyeball.
When did you
Rat
eat
bastard.
fish?
All right, Z, you are up.
Hairball time?
All right. So again, we're gonna hit the one in front of Zephyr again.
Yep.
With Eldritch Blast.
Awesome.
All right. So first one is a 9 to hit. Second
That
one
will not hit.
is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and damage coming as soon as the effects go away. That is 6 points of damage. And I'm just going to get behind the bar a little bit further so I can possibly get a little bit of like coverage or half coverage.
You got it. So,
all right, I still have one hypnotized back there, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes, one is still hypnotized.
Zilla, permission to set fire to this place. All right.
Permission denied. All right. So it is the bad guy's turn. So first, let's resolve Guillermo's Cloud of Daggers. So go ahead and roll your 6d4.
So it's 19 damage to whoever's the first one. So it's on each turn.
Okay, so it's this one and 19. He is gone.
Yeah, get away from me.
All right. And now the two cultists looking guys. Go ahead and roll for this one first.
20 for whichever one you said was first. I can't tell.
Golly, man, you are ending this encounter all by yourself. Okay. So he's gone. All right.
And the third one is 14.
He's still alive. Ha.
Not for long.
All right.
His soul is mine.
So,
Strange coming from a bard.
What, the horns didn't tip it off?
The warlock I can understand.
Zephyr, 12 to hit you.
Yeah, that's right on the money.
Right on the money. All right. You will take 6 slashing damage from.
What if I say no, thank you?
One-eyed Pete.
Well, don't forget it should be halved because you're right.
Yeah, at least you're taking half.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so take half of that.
So I did say no, thank you.
Yep, you did. The second one that's behind you is going to attack you. And that is a 21 to hit.
No.
Not today.
Changed my mind.
So that'd be 7, so you'd take 3. And,
You can take 3 at a time all day.
right.
Wait.
Only for the first 10.
Right.
Gearmos, the one standing in front of you that you just blasted him and his two friends, tries to roll, or tries to stab you with his dagger, and it just clanks to the ground as it bounces off your armor.
I'll show you some daggers.
And as this one comes running, he gets teleported into a dancing cage on top of the bar, and he is now trapped inside of this dancing cage. And Zilla just looks at
For those that want to see,
Z, and winks.
I'm assuming it's over here he got transported to.
Yes, right,
Okay.
right there on the bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yep.
I was zoomed in so you can only see these people down
Oh,
here.
yep, you're good. So he is now trapped inside of this like giant bird cage. Angry, and that one still failed his saving throw. That's the bad guy's turn. Letty, you're up.
I will hop down off the table and head towards the cultist looking guy.
Watch out for the
Yep.
daggers. They're directly in line to
They're
you.
dropping
Oh.
on the ground.
Yeah, it's
Do they affect everybody?
yeah. I don't think daggers are.
Okay. No, then I will stay on the table and I will pull out the short bow
Okay.
and shoot at the
Yeah.
individual at the in the cage.
It just as a creature, so.
Oh, the one that's trapped in the cage over here?
Yeah.
All right, you have advantage on this attack. Is your arrow tip poisoned as well?
No.
No? Okay.
15 hit
Yep.
for 8.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. And Gearmos, it is your turn again.
It will sweep the leg with my quarter staff.
All right.
Did a 15 hit
It does hit.
for 6 points of damage.
All right.
Obviously, it's on the only one I can hit, right?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
All right. And so Zilla cast that guy into a cage just for Letty to shoot the shit out of him. And
I
Miriam's
can't walk through a cloud of daggers.
right. Okay. So as you like hit this guy with your quarterstaff in the feet, Gearmos, Mirren walks up and just like cracks him right across the skull with his quarterstaff. And
Double hit.
Zephyr, it is your turn.
Oh, this is going
Actually,
forever.
that guy took 8 because I didn't add the +2 for the bracers.
Oh, okay. So you need to add the +2 to that?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Done. All right, Zephyr.
Okay. All right. So the guy with my loogie on his face is still standing
Yes,
in
but
front of me
barely.
with his stupid face in
Yes,
front of
his
me.
stupid
His
Eldritch
stupid
Blast and
fucking
Mace
face.
face. Yep.
And I'm like, what won't you just die? And I'm gonna hit him again.
All right.
Except I'm not actually because that's a nat 1, so
Oof.
probably gonna like really smash the shit out of the table behind him though.
You actually smash your mace down into the floor, and it is going to require your bonus action next turn to remove the mace from the floor.
Swearing like a sailor,
Yep.
quite literally.
All right. And Z, it is your turn.
You're muted.
Can't hear you. You're muted.
You'll never guess. Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Same target.
You got
That
it.
is a 13 to hit for the first one.
That'll hit.
All right. And the second one is a nat 20.
All right. So that's double damage.
Okay. Because I can't change targets with this, right?
Right.
I didn't think so.
Not unless you declare it before you roll. Yeah.
Yep,
You got
I
to declare
did. No,
for the
I did
target.
not.
Yep.
I did not do that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, no, ignore that roll because it's the stupid. I had a crit one, so I'm going to roll 2. Stop it. Stop it. There. There it is. All right. All right. So, first one is 6 damage. And then
Okay.
for the second one with the crit,
With the crit.
oh, I didn't know if we were getting the deck out or not.
No, just go ahead and roll double damage.
Okay. Got it.
We're not as special without Drastin here to make us special.
Okay. So that, there. All right. So that is 18 points of damage.
Okay.
No, 14 points of damage. I only applied the bonus once.
Okay.
So
Are you talking about the agonizing blast bonus?
Yeah. On the crit,
that
I don't.
applies to. Oh, are you saying on the crit? Yes.
Yeah,
it
on the
only
crit,
applies
I
once on the
don't
crit.
double that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it only goes once on the crit. Yep.
Now
All
it does.
right. So that's Z. Then it's the bad guy's turn. So Cloud of Daggers goes off again on the one guy that's left. Right?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
It's
No,
I
you're good.
accidentally minimized zoom. And all the cameras went out in the stream.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
14
We've all
more points of
disappeared.
damage.
How much?
14.
All right, and that one also bites the dust.
One in front of Zephyr still alive.
Yes.
Okay.
Barely, but he is still alive.
Yeah, it's just because I killed the floor instead.
All right. So then swinging on Zephyr. 13 to hit with the first attack.
Uh-huh.
And that is 6 damage, so you'll take 3. And a 12 on the second attack.
Yep.
And that is 3 damage, so you'll take 1.
But he didn't get his second attack this turn.
No, it was last turn that
Oh, okay.
Zephyr spit in his eye. Yep. All right, and then the guy that's standing behind you is going to go ahead and take a swing at you. And he only rolled a 7 to hit, so
Oh, well, I'm gonna just,
middle finger him. All right.
yep, write it in.
And then this one needs a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, hey, can I, um, where's it at? When the guy in front of me hit me,
Okay.
can I use my reaction for Wrath of the Storm?
Sure.
So he needs to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
DC 14.
DC 14. That's a 6.
Ooh, okay, so he gets to take 2d8 lightning damage.
Oh.
Oh, double eights. 16 lightning damage. Is he dead yet?
And with that, he is gone. So the bolt of
Fucking
lightning just
fried.
shoots straight out of your eyes. And he is gone.
I was tired of looking at his stupid face.
All right. And that guy's still hypnotized. That guy is trapped in a giant bird cage. Letty, it is your turn.
Okay. I assume the daggers are still there.
Yep. Guillermo's hasn't said anything about dismissing him yet. And I don't know if the spell effect goes away when there's no target creatures or.
It lasts for a minute, but it hasn't been my turn since the last
Right,
guy
since
died.
yeah, the guy just died. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The guy that's hypnotized, I will take aim. Let's see. Steady aim. So I'll use my bonus action to use steady aim, which gives
Okay.
me advantage on this attack.
Yippers. That will definitely hit.
Yeah. For 7.
All right. And then he makes another wisdom saving throw since he's been hit to see if he comes out of it. He does not. So he's staring up in the sky.
Arrow
and
in
you
the
just
ass.
thunk,
No, he
and he
doesn't. No, he just if he takes damage, it breaks.
oh,
It's
does it?
not.
I
It's not
thought
a
he had
save.
to
Yeah,
roll.
it's not a
Okay.
save. It's just if
Okay.
the spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Okay. So he is awake now, but he doesn't look great. Anything else, Letty?
That is it.
Gearmos, your turn.
Okay, I will. I'll drop the. Is it an action to drop the spell?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll drop it so that way people can move, and I will cast Vicious Mockery on the guy who's behind.
Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you make a
And
wisdom saving throw?
What do you say to him?
Your mother's like a village bicycle.
whoa. Whoa. What happens if there's kids watching this stream?
They'll think he's a bicycle.
Right.
Right.
That's a 10.
Okay. Failed. Takes 6. What was it? Force damage? I don't remember what time. Psychic damage. Takes
Psychic
6
damage.
psychic.
He is dead. So you literally talk shit to this guy to the point where he dies.
That wasn't a nice thing to say about his mother.
I mean, did you know his mother? I did. Doesn't affect me any.
Your mamaed him so hard he died.
Did your mama him?
So is that the end of your turn,
Yeah.
Guillermo? All right. So Mirren's gonna walk over, heal Zephyr. You take 13 points of healing,
Oh, sweet.
and then
Beginning of turn round 4.
Zilla teleports the last guy that's free into another large dancer's cage right there. And Zephyr, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna turn around. The guy that is like 2 spaces behind me, is that
That's
the
Gear.
bad guy?
That's Gearmos. Nope, that's Gearmos.
Don't
Oh.
attack me,
The bad
please.
guys,
Where-
both of the bad
Where's
guys
the
are
bad guys?
they're on the bars. They're stuck in
They're on.
dancers' cages.
Oh, they're in cages. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
he is. How far is that from me? 5, 10, 30.
Who are you trying to measure to?
Right there. I
The
think.
guy
he's,
in the.
He's
Yeah.
30 from where you were.
Yeah.
If you were wanting to run up to him, yeah. But were you wanting to stay back where you were and cast a spell, or
I'm thinking about it
okay?
because I got some stuff I could do. You can cast while raging, right? That
No.
doesn't.
Nope,
No.
you can't.
Uh,
Remember, that's
No.
why you got frustrated with this build.
oh shit.
But you can
I
just
hate that.
drop the rage if you want.
Yeah, he's in a cage.
I found
Take deep
Zen.
breaths.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna center myself, and I'm going to. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna toll the dead at
Oh,
him.
Okay. So that's a
So it's a
wisdom saving
wisdom.
throw from him.
Yep. DC 14.
Okay.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Nat 1.
Perfect. And so I'm going to tell him that up in that cage, he looks like perfect carrion for crows. And
Was he damaged already? Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a what 2d12 or whatever.
2d12. It's 2d12. Because you guys are at level 5.
Sweet. 17.
Alright,
Awesome.
so the guy in the cage is now just a limp body in a cage. Z, it is your turn.
Muted.
All right, nope, I'm not muted. Actually, I
I
want to come over there to that guy who was is dead in a cage.
Okay.
All right, and I want to cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay.
Okay, so he should just be passed out, like still
Yep.
breathing, and it's like I'll come back to you later. That's a cantrip. So we just have the guy over there in the cage over there at the top, right?
Yes, there's
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
one more guy right here on the top.
Okay.
What was that, Erica?
I said, excuse me. I just killed that guy.
I
He'll be
worked
fine.
hard.
He's not going anywhere.
I mean, to be fair, neither of those guys are going anywhere. They're in cages.
We might want to find out who sent them.
Exactly my point. Could we hold off on murdering him real quick?
Philip goes, I will take care of prying the information out of them. I appreciate you all protecting the establishment, and I would like you to get some rest before you go out on your
Task.
task for me tomorrow. Thank you. I was totally like, I would like you all to stay here in rooms that we will provide for you free of charge, and I will have my agents figure out who sent them. And she like raises her hand, and you see a bard that's up on the main stage like start walking down towards you, Z, and he smiles at you and fangs pop down, and he opens the cage and grabs the guy that's unconscious that you just spared the dying on, and he drags him behind the bar and back into this room.
Well,
And
that wasn't my intention. Excuse me, Zilla. Questions. It's hard to get questions from somebody when they're getting the life drained out of them.
oh, he's not going to eat him. No, he's just going to use some scare tactics on him. We won't kill them unless
your
we have
rules.
to.
Okay. All right. You're welcome, John Vampire Bard.
And so you see two of the dancers, the half-orc male from earlier, and then a female tiefling. They go and uncage the guy, and they walk him down here and bring him back into this back room.
They're going to have a really bad day.
Zilla, before we retire, may I have a quick word?
Absolutely. In private?
Please.
And she walks you down and takes you up to this upper corner room and closes the door.
I'm sure you know a little about me and what I do. Unfortunately, I was a little short on funds. The 10 gold was helpful, but you know what I do, and do you happen to have access to, I pull out a little list, any of these ingredients that I could borrow?
She looks over the ingredient list and she kind of gives you a smirk, and she's like, would you prefer the finished product?
Well, yes, I mean, that's an hour of my time, not
I will have it ready for you tomorrow.
much appreciated.
I did not realize that this was part of your case-solving ability. Should you choose to join the order, we would be most fortunate to have you.
Anything that helps.
You're right over there, Z?
Okay. That was just
All
really
right.
funny.
Anything else I can do for you, Miss Letty?
I think that should be enough.
All right back this way. And so she takes you guys upstairs and gives you all into your individual rooms. And
As we're walking upstairs, I'll have so it'll be human and then cat on the right shoulder. And I'm gonna
Yep.
try and like be on the left of Zephyr. It's like, it's not always necessary to go and murder everybody. I'm just saying, sometimes it's okay to ask a question.
I know. I did what I wanted to do in that situation.
You did, and you did a very fine job. I just
I
wanted to let you
know.
know sometimes our jobs can be much easier when we can get a question or two before we rip their head off.
There was a whole other guy in a whole other cage.
You did an excellent job taking care of them. I don't think I've seen that kind of work ever done inside of an establishment.
I must agree. We did have a second individual that we could question.
Hey,
Well, would you prefer that would the human talk for you?
I think that
Watch.
would be kind of weird
that
too.
Here, I'll get over to the other shoulder, and then I'll just hide behind his head, and then I'll just start doing and say, and then you're gonna see Max's mouth move, and then you're just gonna hear my voice. Is this much better for you?
no, now it just feels patronizing.
That's not nightmare fuel.
This is just going to take some getting used to. I think we'll all need some time to
It
get
took me a
used to
while
each
to
other.
get used to it, but it's been working out for me quite well.
I have so many questions.
so Zazim, would you mind if I have the stone that's in your pocket?
Oh yes, but of course. And then I'll come over and I'll grab it out of the human's pocket, and then I'll just flip it up to him. It's like courtesy of Tartarus. The person on the other end of that would be a Miss Barris
And
from
you
Tartans.
you kind of wave her hand against the wall, and a portal opens up, and she just throws it through the wall.
I was meaning to tell you about that before we were rudely interrupted by those bandits.
You don't
Yes,
find it
that
odd
has-
that she knew about it?
Well, we have certain protections in place magically against being spied on. And so it takes somebody walking in with it to set off the alarm. So, does anyone have any other questions for me before you get on your way tomorrow morning?
I don't have anything to ask, but
I
I
would
do have a comment that that little
Just-
fight in the bar is going to cost you more than what you initially started with.
Are you saying that that fight is going to cost more than the 200 gold that you were already promised?
No, it's the me taking care of half of them is going to cost you more.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't come here
Well-
to fight immediately.
We can figure out a fair payment arrangement for that.
But that can wait till later.
Letty, your items will be waiting with your breakfast for you.
much appreciated.
Z or Zephyr, do either of you have anything for me?
No,
I
I'm
don't
quite fine.
think so.
Just point me to the room, and Guillermo's, you and I, we should talk about our negotiating skills. It's you and I, we're two peas in a pod.
Oh, if you want to think that, my little cat friend.
Call me Zaz.
You're the cat friend.
Why do I just picture him as Zachary Banks from Hocus Pocus?
Nice.
All right. So she takes you guys to your individual rooms and you settle in for the night and
And we all die.
no. Although Zaz just rolled an Eldritch Blast in his bedroom.
He didn't like the way that glass doll was looking at him.
I was trying to clear out the doggone Eldritch Blast crit thing out of there, and it wouldn't go away.
Stepper, can you roll me a perception check?
Probably.
Settle in for the night.
Perception. Dirty 20?
Excellent. So you hear, as everybody else is settled in for the night and you're getting ready to fall asleep, you hear some faint crying sounds and mumbling, then crying sounds, then mumbling. And then about 10 minutes later, just as you're starting to doze off again, you hear at your door.
She hears
I
what
hear-
at her door. Yeah,
I hear what at my door?
You hear a knock at your door.
Oh,
My bad.
okay.
I knocked on the table, but apparently
It didn't.
Like,
It did
did
not
not
get
get
on.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
You heard silence.
right.
Okay. Gonna get up and. Or is there like a little peephole or anything?
Yeah, there absolutely is.
Can I take a peek?
So you look out and the Demfear Bard from earlier, the one that drug the guy that Z brought back to life,
No.
is standing outside your room,
I'm gonna open the door.
and he
Can I
just
help you?
holds out a little leather bag and dangles it for you.
I'm gonna take it.
All right.
It's
You
not odd.
you open it up and there is a couple of gold teeth in there, and he goes,
Ooh.
sometimes they don't deserve to come back. And he just, have a good night, and he walks away.
You as well. I don't want to close the door.
All right.
And I'm gonna just tuck this into my backpack and just go lay down.
All right.
So normal.
And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session, guys.
Okay.
Chief.
Interesting so far.
Yeah, that encounter went way faster than it was supposed to. I was not prepared for Cloud of Daggers to just annihilate half the board, but it was so great because I was like, okay, Zilla's gonna take 3 rounds to start being able to banish people and teleport them into these cages.
I was looking at what I could do. I went I can either hit them with my stick, or I could. I'll do that one.
Right.
Everybody will end.
And I was gonna say, before I rested for the night, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror, and I take the wig off, and I start to peel some prosthetic. What have I gotten myself into?
Oh, well, hey, I want to say again, thanks, Jeremy, for running the whole server end of this for us. I really
the whole
appreciate
Twitch
it.
things where I keep minimizing shit.
The whole
Oh.
Twitch stream so we can actually stream this stuff.
No problem. Like I said, I will have more monitors so that it's easier to do this because this is nuts. Drassen goes through so much to do this stuff for us.
Oh, I know. I have a newfound appreciation. Just the fact that I have 8 screens open right now just to double check spells and bounce around with NPCs and monsters.
Now imagine he's doing both at the same time.
Right, I know. Yep. So shout out to our forever DM for all he does for us there, and a big shout out to Erica for joining us for this week and next.
Yeah, I'm excited
Hey
to see
man,
it.
great.
I'm just excited.
Yeah, great.
I
having you.
appreciate the invitation. This is fun. I literally like, aside from like playtesting Jeff's one shot for the con, what, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
I haven't played D&D in
A
like a
year.
year,
Yeah, a year.
over a
Year.
year. So like this has been, I forgot how much I love it.
And
I
you've got
missed
these
it,
great
you
guys
guys.
to play with.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know. And you know, you could really use some feminine energy. Just saying.
Oh.
What? Am I not feminine enough for you?
Yeah, right now we just have dressed and RPing as all the female characters.
Right. I thought about playing a female one for Chef Spark Chronicle, but like I was like, no. I was like, no, I'd rather play the sullen teenager that just got kicked out of mom and dad's house with superpowers.
Right.
We had another player that was with us that started off as a female character. She didn't last too long.
I'm going.
She got stomped to death
I'm
by
going
like
to
some
start
giant
the
elephant
closing
looking
credits
thing.
for Twitch. I appreciate everyone who's hopped in. I think I constantly got around 10 viewers the entire night.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So we'll see all of you guys again on Monday. Until then, see you in the dungeon.
Good night, guys.